Hi, everyone. My name is Dina Kelly. I'm a licensed professional counselor and a board certified behavior analyst. Are you concerned about your child's eating behaviors? Is mealtimes a daily struggle for you? If so, you are not alone. I have spent most of my career dedicated to treating food refusal, and I'm currently the founder and CEO of Focused Approach. Parenting Special Needs magazine asked me to share about what families should be looking for in feeding therapy and the ABA approach to food refusal. Applied Behavior Analysis, or ABA, is most widely known for its therapy for autistic children. However, it has a lot of other uses, one of them being to treat food refusal. And ABA has a strong track record of success in encouraging appropriate behaviors and is the only scientifically proven approach to treat food refusal. So, how do you know if you should seek out feeding therapy for your child? Here are the top three indicators that your family may benefit from feeding therapy. One, if your child's displaying extreme pickiness or reluctance to try new foods. I'm not really talking here about the kid that prefers strawberries to bananas or corn to peas. I'm talking about the child that has eliminated full food groups. They aren't eating any vegetables or any fruits or any proteins. It's also the child that might have real difficulty if the presentation of the food changes or the setting or presenter of the food changes. So perhaps they'll eat chicken nuggets, but only a certain brand or a certain shape and only in a certain environment. So if you were to give them that same chicken nugget that they eat at home in your kitchen, at school or out in the community, they would refuse it. Another indicator would be if your child's experiencing gagging or vomiting or a lot of heightened emotions that aren't typical to be seen around mealtime. That can be really stressful for everyone and is definitely a reason to seek out feeding therapy. And the third indicator would be sensitivity to textures or chewing difficulties. So, some of our children might have struggles moving from a bottle to baby food or from baby food to table food, or moving into bigger bites and a variety of textures, being able to chew them and manage them well in their mouth and swallow them appropriately. These kinds of eating refusals can lead to significant difficulty in everyday functioning, and it can be really frustrating when that child continues to exhibit these behaviors, and oftentimes they're getting worse over time. So, food refusal can sometimes be caused by biological issues, things like allergies or reflux or constipation. And sometimes families will say their child was eating great up until a certain age, and all of a sudden it just seemed to come out of nowhere that they started to refuse food. Either way, it's ultimately a behavior, and working with behaviors is what ABA therapy does. So, as with any type of treatment, there are multiple approaches. As a parent myself, I know this can be really overwhelming. So, what are we looking for when we're looking for a feeding therapy program? First and foremost, we're looking for one that's behaviorally based. As we talked about, ABA therapy is the only scientifically proven method to be effective to treat that food refusal. Second, you want to find a program that's going to develop feeding goals and a generalization plan for you at the beginning of treatment and continually discuss it and revisit it and update it as needed throughout the treatment process. You want to know, what are your end goals for this program and how are you going to fade out, because you don't want to be in feeding therapy forever. And the third thing you want to look for in your program is you want to make sure that they offer caregiver training. Usually, people will think about food refusal as a child issue. And the reality is, it's actually a whole family issue. And so it's really important to find a program that's going to include the whole family in the treatment process so that everyone can benefit from the experience. To learn more about food refusal, feel free to contact me via the links below. And thank you for allowing me to share this information with you today.